Okay, let's start. Continuing our system design concepts, and today we are going to talk about the data security. Whenever we are designing systems, we have to ensure that whatever the informations or data or messages our systems are produced are received, that's stored or provide access uh, securely. So if we talk about the data part, so generally we are that means our applications, our systems store data in the form of database, in the form of file system, in the form of file storage, in the form of object, SQL database, non-SQL data, anyways, means whatever the informations our system receives are generally our applications preserve, store. Okay, so these informations, whatever we have, our responsibility is that this should be protected, this should be safe, this should be secure. So this informations, one thing, whatever the application receive. So somehow application receive information from the customer, from external party, third party. And second option, these applications can also provide access this information to respected party. So generally to these kind of informations, we, our application receive information, receive data from the user, from the that's notice here. Here our application can receive requests from application, from end user, from the different from the administrative. Right? So these are the respective places from where our database, our data storage locations receive data from the application server, from the end user, from the administrators. So these are the authorized entity from where our application can receive data. And these are the authorized user as well as from where our applications can provide to access them. So logically, our applications can access my database and authorized end user can access my applications and administrative can access my applications. This is the good to have right scenario. But reality, because you are storing such information, transactional detail, personal detail, banking detail, very kind of critical informations you are storing. And nowadays on the internet, lots of attacker, hacker, unethical entity, unethical users are interested to leak your data, access your data. Okay? So each layer, maybe from the end users, whatever the users are transferring data here, are user accessing data from here. During that times, might be attacker can attacks and read the data, access the data, exploit simply application layer. Also chance your applications have a lots of unethical entity are going to exploit your applications. Whatever the network channels you are using, what the protocol you are using, what the communication mechanism you are using, someone can sniff the traffic. So think each and every layer from the where data is generated or from where data is consumed, every places, every layer, attackers are going to attacks are going to access your data. Maybe user level attackers, maybe application level attacker, maybe traffic level attackers. Even someone try to attack the administrative as a, because administrative also accessing applications are directly from the database. So this also attacker here try to attack the admin roles, admin privileges, admin information. If anyhow any unauthorized entity is able to take the administrative role, they can disturb lots of my systems. So even our database level, we are storing data there. Someone directly try to exploit your data as well as. And sometimes we have a test data, we have a dev data, we have a partner data, and someone, whenever we are a partner data, we have some partner data, we are going to export partner data in the my database. At that time also, we have some attacker try to access your data, try to copy your data. Okay, sometime we have a bypass level of data attackers. So notice the authorized entity are only end user or applications and administrative. But you notice unauthorized user or entities are interested to access my data a lots. So our responsibility, each and every corner where my data is going to expose. My data is going maybe exposed for the partner, dev environment, test environment. Here we have to ensure the data is properly copied, properly uploaded to the database. No attacker, hacker, unethical person can access your data. Even the administrative, whatever the applications access you are exposing to the administrative application, ensure that those administrative account, password, hacker steps are not somehow exposed, someone cannot attack. Even from application wise, you have to ensure that someone cannot exploit your application. From end user perspective, someone ensure that someone attacker cannot attack the user level information and the even network level, which network, which communication protocol you are going, which traffics you are going to use. Ensure that you have to protect your data. So today our objective, we have to understand how, what the way, what the mechanism, where as a system design engineer, we are ensuring that our applications data are protected, secure and safe. For that, we are introduce the concept of data security. So what do you mean by data security? Data security, again, just refer to something, some best practices, technologies and policies we have defined for to protect our digital data from unauthorized access. So our objective, whatever our digital data we are storing, whatever unauthorized hacker user try to access, we are ensure that we protected, so that the unauthorized entity cannot access, cannot read, cannot disclose, cannot disrupt, cannot modify our digital data. Right? The objective is that. So if we are going to apply this data security practices, technology, patterns, policies, our systems can in a position to protect our sensitive informations or data. So data security help us to protect sensitive information from unauthorized users access or disclosure. Even we are applying the data security technologies, data security policies, we are also ensure that the prevention of our data breach. We are preventing any financial information cannot lose, any reputation of loss, any business cannot lose if your data is prevented to access to unauthorized entity. And even if we are properly implemented data security policies, we are ensuring data integrity. Data integrity, data security help us to ensure the data accuracy, completeness, and not modified by any unauthorized users. And this is our responsibility. Whatever the domains we are developing application, according to those domain, whatever the government rules, regulation, compliance, we can make a policy and implement our data security. So these are the some common, you can say, threats in terms of the data security. In the terms of the generally, we have a major problem with our digital data about the unauthorized access. Maybe hacker, maybe insider, maybe some malicious actor are try to access those data, those sensitive information for those they are not authorized. So we have to plan, we have to design whatever the data we have that is only allowed to access by the authorized entity. Whatever the sensitive informations we have, ensure that cannot be stolen, that cannot be lost, that cannot be compromised. Because lots of financial sectors have lots of data, very secret data, personal data. We are not to lose, lost, stolen in anyhow. Even data corruptions, we have lots of problem. We have ensured that whatever the sensitive information, someone cannot modify them, someone cannot delete them, someone cannot disturb them. Because data is very critical for us. So these are some challenges: unauthorized access, data breach, data corruption, ransomware, where malicious software encrypting our sensitive data and demanding payment for decryptions. So somehow, whatever the data you store in your database, if some malicious software is somehow able to access, they are encrypt data somehow. Now we are not able to read, and now they are demanding, if you want to really secure information, secret information, you want to read back, I can encrypt, because the way I encrypt it, the way I know how to decrypt them, that will lots of business loss if someone access your sensitive information, encrypted your sensitive information, hack your servers. This is problem. Maybe some insider as well as authorized personal intentionally or unintentionally compromise some sensitive data. We have to also ensure that the data are not only attacked by the outside of the my system. Sometimes our insider threat also we have. Some authorized entity, some intentionally personal intentionally, they are going to exchanging, sharing, compromising sensitive data. So you have to just think insider, outsider, application level, network level, data layer, every layer we have to think might be we are get some kind of a data threats. So what are the control mechanisms? These are the good. These are the possible data threats, security threats. What, how to control them? What we have practices? What we have technology? We're going to talk. So best option, whatever the information you are exchanging from the end user to our application server, yeah, from one application server to another application server, please ensure that convert the sensitive data into the unreadable code to protect it from the unauthorized access. Generally, data are hacked by hacker between the from user to the application server, before reaching application server and before and on the user mobile desktop application view. So between that, someone can try to intercept your data. And if your data is transferring very plain, very text, someone can read. So we have to apply our encryption and decryption technology, encrypting your data as possible so that someone cannot, even someone able to see the encrypted message, but they cannot read the exact message. And we have to also apply the access control mechanism, limited access to sensitive data based on the user role, identity, permissions, whatever the as sensitive information, the same level of limited access we have to provide and ensure that our each and every valid entity roles are come in my systems. Whatever the sensitive information tried to anyone gather, that must be identified the user, system level user, what the authentication, what are the authorization they have. And sometimes we also ensure that data masking, protecting data from unauthorized. The lots of encryption, data masking, access control. These are the some kind of controls we have through which we have to ensure our data is protected. Even we can keep the backup copy. Somehow, someone your encrypted data, someone lost data, still we have a backup copy available. We have to restore. So, creating backup copy of sensitive data, you also ensure that availability in the case of data lost and corruptions. So, lots of way के data loss preventions. How to do? You have to monitoring and controlling your sensitive data to prevent unauthorized access from the anyone. So lots of we have a system that detect and prevent the data systems. So we have to monitor all the blocking malicious user, uninterested IPs, uninterested users. That somehow we have to apply some systems, some software, some technology that ensure that no one can able to access my sensitive informations. So let's talk some kind of if while the designing our applications and we are apply some our particular standards and regulations of the particular domain on which we are working. Surely that's help us one level of reliability from the customer. If we are in the payment card industries, so for that we have already data security standard. So we have to follow data security standards for the particular domains where you are working, so that you have to ensure that we can protect the sensitive payment card information. And nowadays every business nowadays are going to use the online transactions, online payments. So generally each and every while the system designing this the payment card, you can say information, whatever the payment card information you have, these are the very sensitive information we have to protect. So for protecting, at least we have to apply the PCI DSS. That means payment card industries data security standards. Because nowadays almost any business going on finally end deploy on the payment, end deploy on the business transactions. If sometime you are working under the some health insurance where the profitability and accountability act, we have to ensure that what are the sensitive information related to the particular health information we cannot compromise. For if your applications for European citizens, we have to ensure that we have to compliance the GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation, to protect sensitive personal information under the EU citizens. Similarly, if you are working under the cloud computing, so we have service organization control to ensure the security and availability of the sensitive data in the cloud computing environment. Whatever the cloud computing we are ensuring, they have some regulation, they have a control mechanism available for all the clouds sensitive informations. Even we can apply your cyber security frameworks. We have to compliance our applications follow this framework. Hey, this is also we have a cyber security framework available to as a for managing and reducing this cyber risk with respect to our sensitive informations or data. So these are the some standards, regulations. Be carefully, we have to plan this. And let's talk some rules, some standard. There are lots of nowadays technologies available to help us. If while system designing, we are be carefully select these data security technologies that protect our data. But let's start. Maybe always for sensitive information, please use the secure protocols. So secure communication channel protocols such as you can use HTTPS and SFTP, secure file transfer, secure HTTPS, and even let's say we have used the secure protocol. Whatever the data, whatever the message you are transforming from the user to server or server to users, always ensure that you can apply the encryption technology. Like you can apply the SSL level security, TLS level security, lots of and a encryption technology available to protect your data. And once you receive the customer informations, whatever the where you are storing data, ensure that your storage is also very secure. So we are sure that encrypted file system, cloud storage services, secure data centers to store sensitive information and the encrypted manner. So you can say from the protocol wise, communication wise, ensure the security, data storage level, encryption technology level, and the protocol levels. So you can say huge list of data security technologies we have. Just we as a system design engineer, our responsibility, we have to aware these are the technologies available. We have to just use them. And even nowadays, well framework available for the data security technology like access control technology. We have a lots of access control technology like IAM, RBAC, ABAC to limit the access to the sensitive data based on the user identity, role, or permission. So you can say here identity and access management or role-based access management, yeah, attribute-based access management, lots of applications, open source, cloud provider available. So don't worry, we are not going to invent everything. Just we as a system design engineer, we have to aware. These are the technologies already available we have. We have to explore them. Okay, so these are the our already identity and access management solution already available we have. Just you can decide you can go the open source or you can go the cloud provided. So best you can use the Keycloak is the open source IAM solution. Apache, Syncope, OpenIAM, FreeIPA, CAS, lots of solution already we have. Just we should aware. If you go to the cloud provided IAM solution already, AWS have a IAM provided, Microsoft Azure have a, Google Cloud have, IBM Cloud have, Okta also providing the kind of a your IAM solution, Auth Zero provide, One Login provide, Ping Identity, huge list available. Let's Google it, and you can find out the lots data security solution, IAM solution available for you. Just we should integrate in our application. We should aware that hey, for kind of authentication, authorization, role management, permission, everything already solution available. We are not going. You are not going to the build. You just use them. The open source software framework available. Just you integrate in your applications, and your application is follow the security guidelines, patterns, technologies. And even you can find out lots of you can say available, not this open source single sign-in applications available, like lots of there are some proprietary like this is the proprietary something, someone freeware, someone this is the free and open source CAS, right? Central authentication service. Similarly, for academic purpose, you can use this. For this is a free software DSE you can use, or you can use the proprietary by the Facebook Connect. Red Hat also free IPEA. This is a free software available. Similarly, lots of IBM also have a free software. IBM Enterprise Identity Mappings. Although IBM also have some proprietary also different, some are proprietary, some have a freeware, open source. This is I am talking Keycloak is a very nice project, you can say. That's You provide open source software, the product to allow single sign-in identity and access management. I am at the modern application and services. Okay, that was built by the our Red Hat. Okay, so this is the lots of this is the Red Hat, the owner. Similarly, Microsoft also has some proprietary. Lots of VMware also have a. Okta is also kind of a solution, SaaS-based solution for the identity management and open connect. So let's go. Lots of one login also have a. Lots of open AM also have. Lots of just you have to explore them. Lots of inbuilt solution you can just found them. Okay. Similarly, lots of OAuth provider you can just say, hey, explore. There's a list of OAuth if you want authentication auth provider. Lots of auth provider. You can use Amazon, you can use Apple. Lots of you can say, just explore. Lots of like here Keycloak, LinkedIn, Microsoft, everyone. Lots of tools, inbuilt software available for us using the OAuth protocol, OpenIAM Connect, both Apple, lots of components. So our objective is that whatever the availables, just explore them. You can say. And if you want to explore kind of more softwares, notice in the this Keycloak also just in the last year they are go to the Keycloak was denoted to the CNCF, Cloud Native Computing Foundation. Here you can find lots of project particular going on for open source, and these kind of cloud native computing foundations are managed by the huge kind of a group of big organizations. Okay, and you can, this is the official website, and you can here find according to your requirement, according to your need, you can explore them to find out solution available. Let's look the here lots of project information have you different kind of just explore anyone, and here you can depend upon what the business layer for which kind of you open source project you want or cloud enable you want to project. You can just explore them and you can find here. So if you want to building your app definition and development something, so these are the lots of open source software available for us. We have to just use them. We have to aware them. Hey, these are the lots of technology tools available. Even you want to build some database, so lots of database available here. You can just Cassandra, SQL, NoSQL, everything database available. You can just explore them, understand them, detailed understanding about the architecture. At least you aware these are the software component technologies available for the database environment. Similarly, you want your scheduling, orchestration, management kind of applications. Then these are all kind of softwares tools available under this category. You can just go and use them. At least we have, if you want to use some service proxy kind of things, then lots of your service proxy things you can use Citrix. These are the NWay proxy, HA proxy, lots of if you want to some remote communication like gRPC, other communication, lots of remote communication protocols available you have. If you want to some kind of service mesh, STO, lots of frameworks here, lots of content you have. Just you have to, let's you want to coordinate and service discovery, so you have already lots of cloud provided proprietary solution available, and some lots of good open source project also available. You can just, you want to make a service discovery, you can use the Netflix, Ruka. These are the available for us. Just we should aware, hey, this is the my requirement. Similarly, you want to some runtime into our environment, your cloud native storage. These are the all the cloud native storage we have options. Similarly, if you want to some cloud native networks, you can use them, or some provisioning, some security compliance you want. Lots of security compliance here, like a Keycloak available. This is the one of lots of you can something project available for us. Just we should aware, we should know. Hey, these are the our security compliance related tools, software available. We have to just explore them. We have to read them, and each project have a some specific use case. Let's figure out if for my application, for my system, which application is really required. Because it might be all you not fit, but each application, each technology have a some specific use case those they are solving. If our use case related, we can use them. So here lots of you can automate and configurations tools available for you can use. Similarly, sometime if you want to observability or some analysis, lots of fluentd, lots of other tools available to use this. These are the very where the lots of data collection, streaming, huge data managing, analytics. You know, nowadays lots of customer want to analytics tools to build. So already lots of open source software available to making helping us to build your data, work on a data for data analytics, right? So that's you can use Fluentd, you can use Jaeger, you can use Prometheus, you can lots of open source telemetry. So lots of things we have to where the you can do data analysis, observation for the similarly lots of other Spring Clouds. There's also just you should at least this page help us for which domains, which technology is available for us, right? So for if you want the security and compliance, all the security and compliance software available for us, we should aware so that while our requirement, our application match, and we can use them. So here my objective is that you as a system designer engineer, our responsibility, we have to know for which use case, for which industry, for which solution, already open source software solution available. If you aware, you can integrate them, you can use them. You're not going to build from scratch. No, this is not objective. This is not the system designer engineer objective. As a system designer, our objective, we have to aware for the security, for the authentication, for authorization, for configuration, for service communication, for database. What are the vendor specific services available? What are the open source services available? For the remote communication, what are the technology we have available? Which kind of technology we can, at least we should have. So this website really helps you to enhance your tools and technologies in the market available. So lots of material here available you can just explore. And for the if you look, you want to go to the proprietary solution, that's AWS. AWS still provide our data, product data, protect your sensitive data to entire life cycle. So whatever the information you have, whatever the requests you have, they have a provide complete your encryption, just field level in if this is the payload, and this data you are sending to the networks, they are going to encrypt it here. Maybe some ciphertext, protected some different algorithm you can apply, and your data is encrypted. The encryption, decryption is very essential for data exchanging between the system, between the user and systems, and they are apply your already AWS have a key management service IAM where they have applied lots of strong cryptography concept like a public key, private key, RSA algorithms they have implemented, and you can write your Lambda where you can protect whatever the clients are accessing, are requesting, are demanding any request come. We have to validate our lambda is, and here original like, as a AWS network is, okay, AWS core is the lots of, and once everything authentication, encryption, authorization happen, after that encrypted data are going to store in our persistence. So whatever in data are stored in your AWS storage, they are very highly secure because you are going to ensure the secure data. That means they must be ensured in a encrypted format so that no one unauthorized entity cannot even to read. If they are able to access, they cannot understand, they cannot read them, they cannot evaluate the what the meaning of that. Okay, so lots of, you can say, already cloud provided or open source solution we have available. We have to just explore them. Okay, so AWS provide each and every layer of your data security, not only the user level. We are very, whatever the information you are storing, this information, your AWS data protection layer, lots of whatever data RDS inside you storing, only and only protected data and secure communication happen. For that, lots of, if users or any DevSops engineer going to the AWS cloud networks, they have lots like route 3, then cloud front, then your AWS web application firewall supply, then actual load balancer, then apply the our decryption technology. Your they are going to certificate manager verify your TLS certificate for authentication and authorization and payload verification. Then go to security manager, secret manager. Then your AWS already have a your complete encryption decryption has all the policy decided, and once everything is done, then data is going to the protected. And also lots of tools, software, maybe cloud provided, or you can say your open source software already have available. We should aware, we should design, hey, here I am going to use my TLS. Here I am going to use my HTTPS. Here I am going to use this protocol. Here I am going to this security. Here I this specific tools to check to validate. So lots of, you can say, validations for data encryptions or data decryptions. Everything's have. So objective here is that you, as a system design engineer, our objective is that whatever the system we're designing, whatever the informations we are serving to the customer, or whatever the data we are receiving as a in my applications, we have to ensure each layer of data are secure. No one, maybe no unauthorized entity are able to access your data. So data from user till the store data, each and every layer, from user layer, from the network layer, from the communication layer, from the application layer, from our database layer, every places we have to ensure that our data is protected and secure, only accessed by authorized user. Uh, to ensure that we can follow the security standards and guidelines. And for that, already we have a solution. Open source solution available, we have a proprietary solution available. You can go with AWS, we can go with the Google, we can go with the Amazon, or any different kind of cloud provider. They are offering all these data protection services for you. If you want to building your open source, you can build your own authentication, authorizations, role, data security, encryption, decryption, HTTPS protocol, everything you have to place from your application. So depend upon your user requirement, you have to talk, hey, these are the data security standards, regulation, technology we are ensuring that your data is protected. What are the sensitive informations? We are protected, and we are only allow the authorized users can access. So we are committing our customer that whatever the information we are, they are maintained highly confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So these points, the way you are thinking, just start thinking data security, and you are find viable, matchable, according to your requirement, available solution, open source, cloud provided solution available. Let's use them. Thank you.